Hello, beautiful and amazing people. Good morning, slash good afternoon, slash good evening. I greet you all, especially according to your location you are listening, watching me from. It's me, Creative Kingdom AB. Guys, it has been a lot, a lot, a lot going on. A lot. How many will we talk? Especially this issue about bad leaders in Africa, wrong leaders in the whole world leaders that are not true leader. You see them taking actions, some funny actions that is not good enough for mankind. Wrong leaders everywhere. But today I want to talk about manipulators. Yes, especially now that there are wrong leaders everywhere. He said that is why the sacred book help us to understand that. The book help us to understand. It said there are many works, but few workers. Let look at this that scripture again. He said the harvest. He said the harvest, because there are few leaders, few workers. Few workers mean few leaders, but many work. Why is it that many still many work, few leaders? Because many people are not ready to become what God actually wanted them to become here on earth. They don't know the purpose why life was even given to them. So they went on manipulating, abusing people, reducing people, this oppressing people, suffocating people, impoverished people, deceiving people, and the people, because they don't know the definition of a true leader, they even call them leaders. They approach them as leaders, but they are not leaders. They are merely just manipulators. Isn't it obvious? Look at how that sacred book said it. It said the harvest is plentiful. It's plentiful, but the laborers are few. Who are the laborers? The workers. Also mean the leaders. Because life was given to mankind by God in order for man to use that life to work, not to take advantage on other people. Use it to work. Lead, don't oppress. But when the purpose of a thing is known, all this and I mentioned, abuse is inevitable. There's so much abuses of lives and all of that, abusing your people, your own citizens. You are supposed to lead, serve. You are supposed to serve them. You are servient according to God, according to divine instruction, principle. Any leader, any true leader serve people. A true leader serve people, not in another way around. You see how even Jesus Christ helped us to understand that. He was not, listen, not in another way around. Sitting down in office, looking for who to enslave, looking for who to order around, looking for who to manipulate, to deceive, using barrow to embezzle the resources of you, the money that is being sold from the resources of your people. Imposing bills, unnecessary bills, in order to extort your own people and impoverish them. They are all crying, lamenting. There's a lamentation in a society, in a nation. Using your power to reduce your people. Because when money, that is why we need wisdom. A true leader always use wisdom to control power, to manage power. But someone that haven't becoming a true leader yet, we abuse it, because when money enter into the hands of a fool, it will not becoming a weapon of destruction. It will send this to jail, send this to jail. When you collect someone's, even when collect, it can collect someone's ex's, you can collect someone else's wife and send the husband to jail. It can collect someone land and send the owner to jail. It can collect anybody's property and send the rightful owner to jail. It can send it can buy anyone that he want to buy, because he has no wisdom. King Solomon understood this better. That is why he didn't ask for money. He didn't ask for power. He didn't ask for the victory over his enemy. He didn't pray. He didn't ask Allah to pray for the enemy to die. He simply asked for wisdom. But we are living an era that people you call leaders are not true leaders. They lack wisdom, lack character. So you look at what even the sacred book, he helps us to understand. He said, that's the book of Mark. He helps us to understand. He said the Son of Man came not to be served. Meaning he's not sitting down as, I'm your leader, so I'm the one to dictate for you. I will dictate for you. I will decide who you will work for. I will decide what your resources can be. I'm the one that will decide how I will have control over your resources. I'm the one to decide who to support. I'm the one to decide your life for you, decide for your citizens, decide for your land, decide anything for you. Becoming a dictatorship. Man, because man was created, why did God make man? Do you know, see why when there's a room for that, there's always a rebellion. Man, human being will rebel. Whenever you want to have control, you want to have control over his or her life, it will rebel, because that is not what it was made for. It was created, human being was created to have dominion. To have dominion, to have control, to lead, to manage. Yes, that is why human being was created to govern. It was created to govern, to rule, to control. Human being was created to master, to manage, to lead. That is why the purpose why God made man. In order to, that is why the purpose why God made man, for all this vision. This is a vision, the vision of a human being, the vision of man. So when you look at what Jesus Christ was, this character traits, the trait of a true leadership here, is not for oppression. It's not for manipulation. It's not for deception. He said, look at what he said. He said, the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve. As a leader, as a governor, as a president, as a senator, as a minister, you are to serve your people, not to manipulate them, put them in perpetual poverty. They are running away. You are playing deaf ear, as if you don't hear what is going on, or you are playing blindness, that you don't see what is going on. You don't see how your continent is reducing. How Mediterranean see how the whole world they are giving their consign is already giving consign to the whole world. Now blocking to an extent, bribing neighboring country in Europe continent, in America continent, in Asia continent. Where are you seeing the African? Where are you seeing these people that is running away from there? Because why? They are manipulators that call themselves leaders in their countries. So now let's talk about these manipulators. Manipulators as this is symptom. When you see any form of any trace of manipulation from any person that call itself a leader, know that It's not a true leader. It can never make a true leader. It can never be a true leader. It's not a true leader yet. Don't waste your time. Don't entrust your life and your resources onto such leader hand. For example, how will you know a manipulator or a manipulator as how do you know a manipulator as a leader? You know, there's this word we call appreciation. Yes, appreciation. A leader who is so manipulative and yes, so manipulative. A manipulator, they walk through all of this. They give you excessive flattering. Yes, excessive flattering. As it's been known that nobody that never value the word appreciation. Appreciation is the best known method already to show genuine care and encouragement to one another. You know, we all know every human on earth love appreciation. That word appreciation. Why? Because through that appreciation, you can gain trust and also win people's hearts. To win, you can win people's hearts. Yes, you can influence people through appreciation, the value through the value of appreciation. When you appreciate people, you win their hearts. You win their hearts whenever they do right thing, you know, you appreciate them, you win their hearts, and their head get boggling, you know. People always carry the way whenever you appreciate them. You know, whenever you appreciate anyone on earth, it get carried away. People, that is humanity for you. You get carried away, you'll be motivated, you know, to do more because you just appreciated him or her, right? But a manipulator as a leader, when a human being is appreciated, you know, when it's being appreciated, it's being encouraged, and you gain his trust, and you know, when you gain anyone's trust already, and because of this value of this quality, this value of appreciation, this value of appreciation, the quality of appreciation, you know, anyone, you've already win their trust, you win their heart, you know, automatically they will not bring down their defense system. That will bring any man's defense system down. We should be careful how it works. So their defense system will be automatically brought down because you have succeeded winning their trust, winning their hearts, you know. That will not reduce and bring down their defense system. Appreciation, just a weapon of appreciation. Our politicians in Nigeria, they usually use this. This my father, my mother, my great. You will see them geologizing a human being. You will see them kneeling down. Fake leaders everywhere. You be thinking that they are so respectful. No, they are so manipulative. They are manipulators. They are not true leaders. So that appreciation, you just saw him demonstrating is appreciating you here and there. You automatically bring down all your defense system. Bring it down. You bring it down. Then a manipulator as a leader, he will strategize. He will use that to push you. He will use that to push you to have control on you. Yes, that is how Nigeria politicians, that is how they work. They use appreciation to push you to have control on you. African leaders, that is how they do. You will thought that they are just appreciating you. Can't you see their method of appreciation is quite different from the Westerner, you know, different from other race. Why are they using this strategy? You'll be thinking that they are so much appreciate. They I can't. You will even see them, not these religious foes. They are using it to send wrong message whenever they are preaching. They'll say never give room to anyone that is not appreciating you, that is not appreciating you. No, let there be mutual, in normal circumstance, there shall be mutual respect in anything you are doing with humanity. That is what plays balance. Nobody, I'm not expecting excessive flattering for you to flatter me. No. Let there be mutual respect. That is a normal function of any human being, any godly person. So they use that. A manipulator will use that to penetrate. Already, you already bring down. He already pushed you to bring down your defense system. He has won your heart, your trust. So what else? So you will not use that, push that to have control over you. A manipulator as a leader, as a manipulative person, is not a true leader. They usually use a strategy of emotional hijack. Emotional hijack. How? They will just, when you say emotional, be it religious leader, political leader, and traditional rulers, the leaders, they are good at all of this. You must be wise as serpents, as the scripture said, and be harmless as dove. Can't you see Ibrahim Traore? He asked God for wisdom. He's a Solomon of our time. Oh God. So this manipulative set of leaders, politicians in Nigeria, in Africa, especially in Nigeria, because we have many of them that you will on the whole Africa, you will compare their system of leaders of their political characters. You will compare Nigeria politicians' character with other politicians in nearby Africa countries' political character. You now notice that Nigeria politicians, their character has nothing to write home about. So fake leaders, people that are not leaders, not true leaders, but you always embrace them and trust them, entrust your life and the lives of more than 200 million population into their hands. Most of them, they use strategies. They use strategies like hijacking. Yes, hijacking people's emotion. Yes, I'm telling you, a manipulative leader, they are fond of many things. Hijacking people emotion. A manipulative leader, they exploit. A manipulative leader exploit the emotion of mentally weak people. That is why we are now in an era that we are that the fortune like this like some species in the sea. These fish, some fishes, some animals, we are living an era very crucial era. We are living in a very crucial time whereby some people will try to take advantage on the vulnerability of people, which is a characteristic, is animalistic character. That is a characteristic of animal. There are some species that usually took advantage of the vulnerable one of their kind. Isn't it obvious that we are experiencing this in Africa? taking advantage on the vulnerability of your fellow African brothers, taking advantage on the vulnerability of your fellow African sister, your citizens. They are running away. To an extent, you make the system so unbearable for them. They are running away and say, no, we cannot. You frustrating your own citizens. They are running away, crying, nobody to run to, no justice, you know. I saw even the Peter Obi that are crying. You see, how can they claim that on no person demolishes a former presidential candidate's property, and nobody, no system that is tracing that fellow, nothing. They are nothing unknown. They are there. You will see unknown government, unknown person, unknown. Meanwhile, these are bad leaders. The works of the bad leaders, manipulative leaders. This is how they function. Manipulative leader. When you have them, when you have them in your society, it's more. I'm so sorry for your generation. Manipulative leader. This is how they function. So this manipulative leaders, set of people, they usually hijack people's emotion by by exploiting the emotions of the mentality of the weak people amongst them, to track and make them feel guilty, appointing blame. This one is the cause. They are not taking responsibility of what they should be doing. They don't want to be responsible over what they are over their work. They always appoint, you know, they want people to feel guilty, you know, to make they trick people, manipulate this is their people to feel guilty. They make them to feel guilty to bring them under control. This is satanic. This is barbaric, and this is ungodly, unrighteous. Do you see, manipulative leader? You should know who are true leaders and who are manipulative leaders. If you know these two set of people, whenever there's election, you will be wise as serpent and be harmless as dove. So they always use all these are their strategy. I just want quickly, because I'm noticing some dramas going on. Some drama going on, too much drama going on in leadership we are seeing in this era. On this era, I'm seeing these funny people. I say no. This is not the character of a true leader. So manipulative leaders usually, you know, they usually gaslight their people. They usually use the strategies of gaslighting. Yes. Manipulative leader innocent, make others feel confused. They will not make you feel intelligent, experts in what you do. This kind of manipulative leader, they usually use the strategies of gaslighting their people, their followers, their people, their subjects, or their yes, gaslighting method, strategies. You know, playing this innocent, this is how they roll. A leaders with low mindset, you claim that is not educative, is not. So with such leader, if you are not careful, such leader, their mindset will play innocent to make you feel confused. Yes, to make others feel confused and drain. They drain you. You'll be drained. You'll be exhausted. Make you feel drained instead of to feel empowered. You'll be drained. They will drain you, making any sensible decision. That is why you see people on that day. You see this one fail, this one fail, this one. No one is doing well. No one will bring better results. You'll be expecting better result from their government. You will wait in Jesus is come. So they will, that is how you see why you cannot allow we cannot continue to allow the worst among us to continue to lead us. Yes, this is the situation we will always be we're finding ourselves. So they will make they will play this role to make this kind of, to gaslight you. They would gaslight you. Leaders with low mindset like this. A leader, when you have a governor with low mindset, a president with low mindset, a senator with low mentality, low mindset, incompetent, they will always be playing this role of innocent to make others feel confused. The intelligent among them to feel more confused, and they will drain others from making better decision for themselves. They will use logic and intelligent or displayed behavior where slowly lose control over your action. Then they will strategize. They will strategize with logic. They will strategize with some little bit intelligent or display behavior where you slowly lose control over your actions that you are supposed to take as a human being who God created to come and have dominion here on earth. You are being created to come and have dominion, to come and lead, to come and manage. So a manipulative leader always have this mentality of isolation. They trick people by depriving them of guilty connection with friends and well wishers. Yes, that is their kind of their behavior. They are so they play this weak mentality for isolation, for isolating people. The people would have make them to do what is right. They make sure they isolate you from them. The people that would have bring the better idea, they isolate you from them. So they play this strategy. They manipulate you with to isolate you. To isolate you. Oh, they manipulate you to isolate you. To isolate you. They trick you. Yes, a manipulative leader. They play a trick on people by depriving them of guilty, playing all those roles. You see this one, they'll say this one, they'll go and bring one what have happened in the past to make sure they victimize their citizens, victimize people who will call them to track, people who will checklist them, they will victimize them, you know. This is their strategy. Manipulators always use isolation strategy to isolate people from each other. Division, I see this as division already. They bring division. They reduce the people that can help the situation. They will isolate them. This bring division, make them divide themselves. Bring division. They can never bring community together. They can never bring family together. They can never bring people together. They only play isolation game. To isolate, just isolate them. Where you can get good advice, they will isolate you from there. Why are they doing this? Because they want you to depend on them. Not only African leaders I found all this bad character from. I find it even some world leaders isolate you from each other. From African that once one, they are now becoming, as they are divided, even planning more to build border against themselves in order to divide them more. While they were dividing them, our African ancestor wasn't there. So a true leader go through all of this, process all of this. So they play isolation game. They also play this manipulative leaders. A manipulative leader always play criticism, the game of criticism. Always criticize, victimizing people for no reason. Just criticize them. This is the best method they use. They employ to damage their people. Criticize them, constantly criticizing people, criticizing the region, some ethnic group, criticizing them. They employ all this kind of character. They implement all this kind of character to damage people's self-image, to just default everything they are doing or they possess as a human being, and always cover them with self-hatred, wickedness. The idea is to paralyze them and to devoid them of any positive input in the society. They don't want them to come to their name to be heard. They don't want their name to be heard in the society. They don't want them to be recognized. They don't want the word. They want to victim. They don't want them to contribute. They don't want positive input from them. That is why they are using this constant criticism on society, region, society, yes, tribe, and so their citizens. You see confusion. So these are manipulators. They are not true leaders. It's better you know them. Who are manipulative leader always use the strategies of controlling behaviors. This leader use their age, position, experience to send wrong message. Their age. This is controlling behavior. They use it. What does age have to do with doing what is right? Telling you the truth. Telling you what is right. What will benefit the people. What will contribute to people's life. With this kind of manipulative leader, they use their age. Yes, they use their age, their position, their experience in leadership to dominate and to dictate oh God, to dictate choice and restriction of people decision making. This is wickedness. They have control. They have control, and yes, decision making. So why are they doing this? They want to use it to get more love to themselves, because they want people to, as they are in control people to love them, control people to be under them. These are their strategy. Manipulators, manipulative leaders. So on and on and on. When I know all of this, when you are not bringing me crackers, when you are not bringing me incompetent person as a governor, as a president, as a senator, when I see their antecedent, I see their blueprints, I will go if they have blueprints first and foremost. What are people saying? That is why Jesus said, he said, what do people say I am? What do people say I am? So which people benefited from his leadership? They are not dead. They're supposed to be alive. What are their testimony about this person? Not the one that RG one of fear. You know, we are not living in an era that people fearly sing praises of some incompetency in the system. You be and calling them leaders and be saying a lot of trash is going on. Guys, let me drop let me put an end to this because of the so that this video will not be too long.